What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, and keep getting these messages which are kind of weird. I think a couple of you are kind of confused. There is no actual lawsuit against UbiSoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. The only thing that had gone on was that a senator over in Japan had caught wind of what was going on with Assassin's Creed Shadows. He went with this is going to be revisionism, and in order to get ahead of it, he was going to go to the Japanese parliament and get them to look into it, to get them to look into what Ubisoft is doing, whether or not this is revisionism, and what they can do about it. So that's not exactly a lawsuit. Now, once it got to their parliament, nothing came of it. They didn't go and decide that they were going to attack Ubisoft in any way. They're not even going to ban the game in Japan, which I would think that they would do at a minimum. But that's not going down, so who knows what they're going to do now. Japanese parliament says that it's not worth their time, that, they're not really into it. It's not something that they want to pursue or look into. So it falls on other people to try to do it. Now, the petition is gaining a lot of steam. I don't think it'll have enough steam by the time, the game is ready for release. So we're not going to see anything like that at all, not in my opinion. But we are going to see a lot of people talk about this. This is an entire conversation. There are some places that some people believe are trying to censor this story, trying to censor what's going on. But as it stands right now, there is no actual lawsuit against Ubisoft Quebec or Assassin's Creed. And there really isn't anything legally you could stand on in order to sue them, unless, of course, it was a class action suit where a bunch of players were upset about what happened with whatever video game, There have been class action lawsuits. In fact, there's one going on right now in regards to, I forget which Ubisoft game, but you'll see them on your socials all the time. You'll see them on Facebook, on Instagram. They're like, have you played this Ubisoft game? Have you gone to this Ubisoft thing? And they're trying to get a class action lawsuit in which a bunch of players sign up for this. They prove that they have actual receipts, that they actually did go and purchase the game, or they did purchase games off of Steam or whatever. And then once you provide all that, you're a part of this lawsuit. Don't expect to get rich, though. If it's like millions and millions of dollars and whatnot, and there are like millions and millions of players who signed up for this, each player gets like whatever. You might get like $5 back or something. Very rarely will you go and hit like, even $100. That to me would be rare for you to get. You might get, maybe half the cost of whatever game, or certain things that you spent. But if you were a diehard Ubisoft fan and you spent, let's say, like thousands of dollars, you're not going to recoup that. That's how these class action lawsuits work. They get a bunch of people together, and then they sue collectively, and whatever is won is divided to the pot after, of course, the lawyers take their fees. So that's how that works. Now, that's not what's going on with Assassin's Creed Shadows. There is nothing to sue. Again, there's no lawsuit there. At least not between player and the company, or the Japanese, their culture, and the company. You can't really sue for, misrepresenting your culture or anything like that. Otherwise, there'd be tons of lawsuits, especially in the United States. Forget about it. We'd go broke in lawsuits if it was, some sort of cultural appropriation or anti-culture or anything to do with stuff like that. So that's not going to happen. But I don't know where the confusion came from. I don't know if you guys thought that, I was talking about a senator going to see what's going on in Parliament and a lawsuit, but there is no lawsuit. Now, Parliament, the Ministry of Education, is actually looking to kind of light a fire under Parliament's ass in order to see if they do something. But again, I don't think they're going to be able to move the needle. They'd have a lot of things that they would have to do. They would have to prove that this game is educational. They would have to prove that the game willfully intends to misrepresent the culture, and that, you know, this is what they're saying is the truth, that this is unequivocally, you know, non-science fiction or historical fiction, that it's absolute fact. And they'd have to prove that they maliciously intended to allow people to understand that this is not just a game, that this is reality, and this is educational. This is exactly what happened. You know, there's a lot of things that they would have to prove, and again, I don't think they'll be able to do that. They're already hiding behind statements like, you know, we apologize, it's historical fiction. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Did you think that there was a lawsuit? Do you think that there could be a lawsuit? And what do you think is going to be the outcome of what's going on with the Japanese in Parliament? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one.